This is crazy. It's the end of July in Central Virginia. Normally we're in a hard dearth, but this year the spotted lanternfly have moved in and it is wild. It caught me off guard and I am really struggling with too much food. This is a 5-frame nuke that actually had some frames to draw, and you can see how they have a big beard out front. I've already pulled out one frame, but look at that backfilling. There's hardly, well, there is nowhere for the queen to lay. As the brood's emerging, they're just backfilling it. Same here. Oh, there's their queen. So that's nice. What I'm doing right now is just going through and pulling frames out of these 5-frame nukes, mostly resources. So I'm going to leave that one with a little bit of brood. That one's, there's just no room for the queen. This is wild. Oh, let's see. That one's also backfilled. So if the spotted lanternfly have moved into your area, wow, keep an eye on it. It's such a different world. I hear it's just a 1-year event and then it'll taper off next year and not be as intense, but it's incredible. I've got 180 colonies here. Typically I'm having to feed to keep them going because, well, it's frankly way too many for one spot, but for raising queens and just life, it's a lot easier for me to have a bunch of my nukes here at home, and then towards fall I start moving bees out, combining nukes as I move queens out, and try to get down to about 100 in this yard. But I've never experienced a flow this strong with this many colonies in one spot. It's pretty wild. All right, let's go into another one. Wow, look at that. Let's see if I can do this one-handed, break this one free. Oh, it's probably going to be too heavy. Yeah, that's too heavy. I'll set the phone over here. Maybe that'll be visible. Oh, yep, solid food. This is incredible. Completely backfilled the brood nest. So 5-frame nuke. Let's see what they have for in the realm of food. Brood. There's, yep, they backfilled all that. Next one. Oh my gosh, a little bit of room for the queen to lay. That's great. Oh, this is a frame I gave them last week. That's why. All right. So what we'll do now is I'm going to give them a half sheet of foundation right here in the middle. And let them go to town on that. Give them a little bit of room. And I am moving some 5-frame nukes into 10-frame boxes, so I'll give them this extra food frame. Wow. Let's try another nuke, see how it is. And the bigger colonies I can throw supers on, so it's a little less extreme. But look at that, holy bearding. So this colony, I put a frame in right in the middle. Ha, they've already drawn it out. So I've already tried to give them room and they have taken advantage of that. Let's see what they did, if they allowed the queen to lay or if they just backfilled it. Backfilling has been my problem. This was a half sheet of foundation. She was allowed to lay in some of it and the rest is food. You can see how they drew drone comb on the sides. Wow. This is epic. Never thought I'd be running out of room and out of equipment during our typical dearth time at the end of July. This is kind of like what my bee yard would look like in April. But hey, it's the last day of July. I'm so amazed. These are supers I put on this colony in about 2 weeks ago. And check it out, totally full. In fact, this one here, they partially filled and it was above an inner cover. So all these have got mostly full supers in 2 weeks. So I guess I'm gonna, thankfully I brought a bunch of empties, stickies from extracting, so I'm gonna load this bee yard up with 1 to 2 supers on each colony just to give them some room. This is absolutely bonkers. I mean, this time of year is typically like hard dearth. Bees are really struggling from nutritional stress, and instead it's just full. They're capping it within 2 weeks. 2 supers forth. I mean, it's just, I am unbelievably stunned what spotted lanternfly honeydew can do in the summer here in Central Virginia. All I can say is I wish I'd understood the dynamics of this insect and how it would impact the bees. I would have extracted my spring honey much earlier and just made a lot more room for this, because I could have definitely capitalized on this unexpected flow much better if I had understood. So if you see spotted lanternflies showing up in the fall, expect the next year to be bonkers. It's just, we just saw a handful last fall, and now it's just insane. So their ability to reproduce is phenomenal. And my understanding is that eventually the wildlife, even within a year, can learn how to eat them, and next year we may not have this flow. So this might be a one-time experience, but I'll tell you what, it's an experience. Yeah, wow. All right, I want to go back to unloading all these supers and putting them on the hives. Catch y'all later. Bye. Well, hard to see, but that's a swarm taking off. I've got a few colonies that I made mating nukes here, and it could be mating swarm, but I'm guessing it's actually a swarm because, oh look, there's another cluster way up in that tree. This is bonkers. So I'm having a few more thoughts. I thought I was finished when I signed off there, but yeah. So I just got all the supers deployed, and I mean, now it feels like May. It's just bonkers. And the last hive was the one that wasn't so friendly, so apologize for the aggressive bee around the phone. Oh yeah, look at that. There are just bees everywhere. They can't make up their mind. Yeah, so with the spotted lanternfly, I'm seeing lots of different, sorry, I'm just tired. It seems like there's not as much pollen coming in, so the bees are backfilling the brood nests a lot more. Typically this time of year, that's more it's a 2-box configuration, no supers, because there's no food coming in, so I condense them down for the dearth. It makes it easier for me to take care of the hives, everything like that. Easier if I feed, I'm not going to contaminate future honey. And now it's just like all my equipment's out. I'm basically flush out of equipment, and it's almost the 1st of August. I've never had this experience. So the spotted lanternflies, the bees seem to really be backfilling the brood nest, which is a very worrisome experience. It makes me fear that they're going to set into swarming, although because they're not doing much brood rearing, maybe not. It also makes me fear that I might not have a good winter population. And then the other big question is, for mite resistance, how is this going to affect my assessments? Last year we had hard dearth, so my bees shut down in August, and this year it's almost like I might have the opposite experience, where instead of them shutting down from lack of food, they're going to shut down because there's too much food. So go figure. Let's see what this swarm's doing. I'm really curious. They just can't make up their mind. I am experiencing some odd situations where my mating successes are not that great during this flow. Don't know why, if it's just increased pressure from dragonflies and such, but I'm having a lot of queens not making it back from their mating flights. It's very odd. Oh, cool. Now we can see. They're just kind of hovering. Very curious. I was actually just peeked in a few hives that I thought were maybe failed on the queen mating, but maybe I shouldn't have condensed back down. If the bees are going to head back, their queen was out. It's so odd. It's just lazy swarm. Just hovering. This is interesting. So this colony here and that one there are both, well, it's two splits on the same stack, but they have anything with a vertical brick has a virgin queen that should be mating in the near future. Maybe we'll see a queen go back in. That'll be fun. Let's just watch. Get in the shade. The other one that just blows my mind is this colony here. They now have filled 2.5 supers off of the spotted lanternfly. And what makes this pretty awesome is off the spring flow, they got 7 supers. So that puts us at 9.5 supers. We got 2 more going here. well, hopefully they'll finish that. So this, I think, will be my record ever colony. The mite wash, let's see, that was July 13th. My last visit was 4 mites, so not perfect, but I'll take it. I mean, that's pretty awesome. This is just such a wild experience. And there's that swarm is still hanging out. Oh, look, now I can see they actually made some comb on this branch. Wow, I've seen this at 2 bee yards now. I wonder if, you know, with me doing the requeening during this heavy flow where they're backfilling so much, if they are perhaps running out of room and then absconding. Let's see if there's any eggs on this. Yep, there's some brood. So it's almost like, you know, the Sahara. They're just, it's just bizarre. Oh, wow. I love the adventures of bees, but man, sometimes it's frustrating. It's definitely making comb. Huh. Yeah, there they are clustering back up there again. Wow. Well, I'm going to check off here and go work some other bee yards. And yeah, hope all's well. And hey, if you got spotted lanternfly in your area, put the supers on.